A 1 and a go. Okay, I think I need to bring volume levels in line real quick. Hold up. Hold up. I'm gonna put it at 21 Savage and then see how that goes. Keep an eye on it. Oh, it does lock my mouse, doesn't it? Okay. That might be a little bit of a... It's fine. Whatever. It's today... Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm Drifty from Driftwood Gaming, and I'm joined with the lovely, talented T.
Hi, hi, hi.
Today's a bullshit stream, so I hope you don't have anything big expectations. I changed my settings around on Streamlabs OBS, and I don't know if it's going to buffer a bunch or if it's going to fix the little bit of buffering we have sometimes. So I looked at YouTube's recommended settings, and I changed our bitrate from 5500 to 6000. We are streaming at 1080p 30 FPS because we don't need 60 FPS for most of the things we do. I mean, obviously playing this game, it would be beneficial to have 60 FPS, but it's not that big a deal. We don't do this regularly, so it's fine. This is a test stream for my settings, and it kind of works out in the right time because we're in between round 1 and round 2 of the judging, so I don't have any other RPG Maker games to play or judge today, which is great. I slept in a little bit, not gonna lie. I got up afternoon,
Thank you, Lily.
which is great, and decided today is going to be, let's see if I can fix the settings. And what am I going to stream? Well, it can't be anything too important like a first impression because I don't want to, mess around with the settings during that. So, yeah, we're going to be playing Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. This is a game I've been playing offline, and I've been having a ton of fun with it. It's a fantastic game. It's much better than Pillars of Eternity 1, which I thought was okay. It was all right. There were things I didn't like about it. And I think Pillars of Eternity 2 listened to some feedback and made a lot of good changes. And I really like where Pillars of Eternity 2 is. And so I've been enjoying playing it. And so anyway, I changed the settings from the keyframe interval from 0 auto to 2 seconds. That's what I had before, like way back in the day. I don't know why I set it to 0. Changed our bit rate and did some changes. So I'm going to keep an eye on what the stream says. Also, our encoder, since I've got an RTX, I was using that as the hardware to encode, but I have a 24-thread processor, and I think I have plenty of CPU power to handle the H.264 encoding. So I went back to software encoding using the processor to see if that fixes the random buffers we would get every now and then. And anyway, how's it going, DVD? It's good to see you. Pillars of Eternity is sick. Yeah, I like this game too. Blood Tree, what's up? Consume broccoli and lean proteins. Sure. I had an egg omelet for breakfast. It was fantastic. Proteus says, hey all. What's up, Proteus? Hey, Super Smash. What's up? How are you doing today? What's up, Slameski too? It's good to see you. And Dr. 4G, hi. How's it going?
Hi, guys.
So, yeah, I think we're just going to... I'm not going to start a new game because I've been playing for a little bit now. And I'm going to continue my last save, which I was playing last night, and I'm about, I don't know how many hours in, but I'm like I'm level 5/6 now, and I've got a team of mostly chanters. They're all multi-class, and only character that I'm using in this playthrough, I've restarted twice now. I've got to like level 5 and then restarted. Then I got to level 10 and restarted because I didn't like my main character. I made a paladin something and then didn't like it. Then I made a ranger / wizard or something and I didn't like it. And then I decided, I looked up some like tutorials and I was like, what are some of the stronger classes? And I looked up wizard super duper strong, enchanter super strong, and there's a lot of like decent middle ground. But I went with my main character being a wizard chanter, so that's a low lore master here. And then the second character I made is, I thought I was going to need some kind of melee type of character, but I also wanted it to be a chanter. So it's a chanter monk. And then I have a chanter cipher. Ciphers are pretty weak at the beginning, but I heard that like later on they're pretty good. They're decent, but they're still overall middle of the line. But I wanted to test them out for myself. So this is probably my weakest character. And then I have a chanter druid, which I needed a healer, and apparently the druid is a better healer than the priest, which shouldn't be, but apparently that's how it works. That's how it is. And then, of course, I'm using Aloth because of storyline reasons, and he's a wizard rogue. The party needs a rogue to like open locks and stuff, so I went to multi-class him and thought I'm just going to focus mainly on his rogue side. But he also is a wizard, and wizards are super strong, so Aloth actually a good character to have to fill in that rogue slot to open to do all the mechanics for your party. So yeah, Chanter Wizard, Rogue Wizard, Chanter Druid, Chanter Cypher, Chanter Monk. Chanters are great, and I'm really happy with my team build this time. Even though the stats are kind of all over the place, I feel like it'll be fine. This character's stats are really good because since like I said, I restarted a couple times. I'm using the Barrett's Blessing thing, where like as you unlock achievements, you get like points to like change the gameplay. Like you could start with 5,000 gold if you wanted to, but I didn't have the points to do both, so I decided to spend all the points I had on the +2 stats to your main character on a playthrough. Anyway, I do have 3 mods in this game. I have the Real Heroes Don't Wear Clothing mod, but I'm not going to show you the naked bodies, so don't worry about that. I have another mod that lets you break the level 20 cap, so you can go to level 33. I don't know if there's enough experience in the game to get your party to level 33, but I thought a lot of people were, with all the DLC and everything, were complaining that like once you hit level 20, you feel like it slows down a lot because you're not getting that character progression anymore, and your gear is already like hard to find a new piece to upgrade past your other pieces. So I decided, yeah, let's break that level 20 cap and see if we can just, I don't know if we get to level 33, but at least we won't be stuck at 20 when we get to the end of the game. And then the third one, it was a UI overhaul. It like just adds things to the description so that you can like click on them, and like it adds more clickable stuff and pop-up text, and it changes the UI a little bit. So one of them is a game balance and the other 2 are just for display. No enchanter chanter. You can't be a chanter chanter. You can be a single class chanter. What is the enchanter chanter? Super Smash. I don't you know, I'm not super, I don't know everything about this game. I've read a little bit and like looked up what are some of the stronger classes, and I played for, I don't know, 20 hours or something like that. But it's still a learning process for me. I'll have to adjust the volume, I'm sure. So I just got into this town here, Nekitaka. It's a real tongue twister. Enchanter chanter? Nah. Enchanter chanter, enchanter chanter, enchanter chanter. It's not really that much of a tongue twister. I like how the game lets you run around and grab things from the town. Like every now and then it'll show the little thief symbol. Chanting the enchanting enchanter chant. Doesn't I don't know, maybe it's just me. The voice acting's good in this game.
I say, you look like someone who wants protection and a certain something about presence. Akira?
It's probably a little too quiet. Let me bring it up just a little bit. Sorry, I have to like alt tab to do that. There we go.
Holler if any of the iron or steel laying around catches your fancy. Or if you need something repaired, I'm happy to take a glance.
I'm looking at the levels to see where we're at. We'll do 50%. And if it's too loud, I'll turn it down. Alright, so what is this chick saying? Show her the shards of the blade of the end's path and the whisper unit. Okay, can you do anything with these things I found?
But these wonders have suffered greatly. I say you must take better care of your things.
The word chant is starting to lose all meaning. Drifty, is this the style of game you like most, like Diablo? Well, first of all, this game isn't like Diablo. This game is not an action RPG. It's a CRPG. It's like an old styled computer RPG. It's very story heavy. Diablo's not super story heavy, really. It's kind of like, I gotta sneeze. Hold on. I can feel it. It's happening. Oh, excuse me. Diablo is an action RPG, and it's like a lot of just attack. There's no turn. I put this in turn base, so I'm playing the turn base, so it's more strategy. I like that better. I can plan all my moves and make it. It's Baldur's Gate, yeah. So I love Diablo. Yep, ARPGs are really fun, and CRPGs are a completely different thing. but I do love CRPGs. It's one of my favorite types of games. Yeah, CRPGs. What's up, Barry? Hey, Super Smash. Baldur's Gate, Icewind Dale. Smash has been here. What's up, Manu? That's the new person. Hey, Manu, how you doing? They meant like a top-down. Yeah, I mean, the art style is great. But it's, you know, it's not make or break. The art style could be different. Like, one of my favorite games is by Larian Studios. It's the... I just woke up, guys. What's it called? It's not Pillars of Eternity. It's the 3D one. Come on, what's the game, honey? That Larian Studios. You know what I'm talking about? The one we multiplayer.
I do.
Come on. Divinity. Original Sin 2. Yeah, there it is. They have like 5 Divinity games, but the original Sin 2 one is my favorite. Is one of my favorite of all time. I just can't remember the name because it's kind of a mouthful, isn't it?
It is. It is. That's the only one I played. So it's my favorite.
I say I could repair these to their working order for 1,500 pyres each.
Damn.
Something about the metal. It yearns to bond as one. I could join all these pieces into a great sword for 3,000 pyres.
Wow.
If you need iron or steel, maybe even something lighter, I've got plenty in stock.
Okay, cool. I spent all my money at the magic shop, so I have to go raid some ships. That's what we're gonna do. Make some money.
Akira. They wouldn't put a traditional smith here unless she brought something special. My clients wanted everything engraved and beautiful. Wasn't why I got into the business, but it keeps my debtors happy. I keep it interesting working with exotic materials like shark leather, since there's some demand and little supply.
Alright, what do you got for sale? There's a lot of really good items in this game that I want to get. Lover's Embrace. Let's do. It grants True Love's Kiss a stealth attack. Stealth attacks cause the target to bleed for extra raw damage. Wonder for how long. Spear Caster. 50% knockback and daze on a regular hit, not even a crit. Ooh, Rune Bolt. So if you have a high Arcana skill, you get more ranged accuracy. That's fantastic. It's expensive though. 20k. Jeez. Grants Capture? What does Capture do? Exert your supremacy to switch positions with a single enemy. If you are a higher level than your foe, you will make a full attack on them in the process. Oh, so like you switch to where they're standing and they stand where you are, so you can like swap places, but you also hit them if you're a higher level. Okay. It's also an exceptional weapon. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. My guys are pretty, you know, newbie at this point. They're only level 5, level 6. I kept restarting because I want to build a really good party that I'm happy with. What's up, Drag? How you doing, man? Sounds like true love to me. It makes you bleed every round. Yeah. Okay. It's like a monk shield. I don't know why a monk would want to use a shield.
Hey, anyway. Corey. Hey, Drag.
What's up, Corey? How you doing, man? I'm doing good. Today was the deadline for the round 1 judge entry for all the scores, but I submitted all my scores yesterday, a day ahead of time, and thought, well, today's a good day to just chill, take it easy, and, you know, test some settings on OBS. I changed some settings around. I'm not using the RTX encoder. I'm using the software encoder. since I have a really, really baller processor. And I looked at YouTube's recommended settings and basically just put them in there. What game is this? This is Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire with all the DLC. It's a computer RPG, it's a CRPG, and the likes of Baldur's Gate, Icewind Dale, kind of like Divinity Original Sin 2 and 1. It's like very story heavy, but there's like a really good strategy, turn-based combat. This game didn't used to have a turn-based combat, but they recently added it. Like they started working on it like a year ago or so, and it's fantastic. They did a great job with it. And so since they put it on sale a little while ago, all the DLC and the full game for $15, I was like, yo, let me get this. Because, you know, I don't really spend a lot of money on games, but I've been wanting to get this game for a while, but I just could never justify the price on it. So when I saw it, everything for $15, I'm like, yo, this is my next thing to do. So I'm really excited to be playing a game that I actually want to be playing and like super interested in. The style reminds you of the old Commandos games.
Is this your first time to the baths?
Looks like someone needs a nap.
A bed, perhaps. But there will be no sleep for me. I might have the skin and bones of a retired scarecrow, but the waters bring youth back, where it counts.
You genuinely believe I needed to hear and see this?
Excuse me?
I can intimidate him and say, go admit to the steward you're treating this establishment like a brothel. It would probably work because I have enough. It says 4. I'm just going to say keep it to yourself, Grandpa. Okay. I don't really need to bust him. Drag said, is this one better than the first Pillar? Didn't really like the first one. Not a bad game, but not a good one. No, I don't like the first one either, Drag. And yes, this one is like immensely better. This one is a lot better. Pillars of Eternity 1 had a weird thing where like you couldn't actually level up your character properly, and like you couldn't get experience properly, and there wasn't enough places to get experience. And I found it to be just like very linear. This one is a lot more opened up. You know, you have a linear story at the beginning, but then you get... You're wearing too many clothes for the bath. I know, we are. Let's talk to Ganner and get out of here.
Whoa, butts.
Butts.
Welcome, welcome. I am Ganor, owner and proprietor of the Luminous Bathhouse. If there's any way I might make your visit more comfortable, you need only ask.
Okay.
Your exchange with Amrio was observed.
Okay, what are you selling? Oh, it's a place you can rest. All right. Last, you can get a Constitution and Healing bonus, 2 HP restored per round, and a max power pool. Let's get this buff. I highly recommend this game. I'm having a ton of fun with it. Of course, I don't know if it's still on sale. The reason why I'm super happy with it is, keep in mind, I got the game, the full game, and all the DLC for $15 on sale. So if you consider that, it is 100% worth it.
How much is it normally? A bit more, huh?
A lot more, yeah. Like, they're selling the Obsidian version, which comes with all the DLC. I mean, I actually had to go and download the DLC manually. Like, it came with the 3 paid DLC, but because 2 of them are free DLCs, it didn't, like, package them in there. You had to, like, go and click download, even though it was free. All right, let's go to the next building. Oh, that's awesome, CC. CC Creation says he got us playing live on his Roku.
Yeah.
So we're on his TV while he's working on his computer.
Mm-hmm. Lily
sick.
watches YouTube videos on the Roku.
If you find yourself in need
She
of
just got
comfortable
into,
garb, I'm happy to oblige.
Ryan's
Oh yeah, that one.
unboxing channel. or
Oh man,
whatever.
that channel makes so much money.
Yeah.
Speaking of Lily,
she
there's
was
our
an
baby.
Instant fan.
Show me what you've got. Oh, actually, let's see his dialogue. You're a
I've
tailor.
been known to rip a seam here and there, patch some shredded gear back into shape.
The voice acting in this game is fantastic. I can tell by listening to who's voice acting this character. This is Sam Riegel.
Thought I was an armorer, did you? Assumed that my tree stump limbs and barrel chest lend themselves better to the forge than the needle?
Athletics. Grab him by the collar? No. Oh. Forgive me, I meant no offense.
If it's armor you're after, Marihi will set you up. She's got a knack for metal.
Okay, show me what you have for sale. Okay, so we have a 5% discount. I wonder if that's because we didn't piss him off or something. $40, $45? Damn, that seems like a lot. I would wait for a sale. I would. It goes on sale, but you just missed the big 75% off sale. I did post it in the gaming news, so like I told everybody about it. I was like, yo, you better not miss this, blah blah blah, and then I was talking about it for a little while. I just made her a turkey sandwich, so I know she's not hungry. The name of this game is called Pillars of Eternity 2. Some nice capes and stuff. Here's some burglar's gloves. Wow, this is a good one. The troll skin cape. It gives you a health regeneration. Oh, but I see. It comes at the cost of taking more fire and acid damage. Maybe I don't want that. I was like, that's pretty cheap for a regen cloak, but it gives you a penalty. So maybe I don't want it.
Do you have a boo-boo?
A superb robe.
Boo-boo.
Lily's doing this thing now where she just likes to play with band-aids. So she's like,
Like
I
5
got
band-aids on her.
yeah, like I got a boo-boo, and you just give her a band-aid to play with. Even though she's not, she didn't get a cut or anything.
Oh, better. Yeah, you want to throw this away?
Slamiski says, hi, Lily.
Thank you.
Shadow Knight says, I'm still not done with part 1. Just skip part 1, man. Part 1 is boring. Part 1 is not that good. Like, it's okay at best. Part 2 is the shit. I love part 2. I would wait for a sale, though. I mean, just put it on your wish list, and then when it goes 50% off, like, multiple times a year. What's the whole name? Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. It's on the PS4, too? Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty sick. I wonder how the controls are with the controller. I imagine they've got it smoothed out by now. It's definitely, I mean, it's a computer RPG, so it's probably better on the computer, in my opinion. But maybe they've got the controller smoothed out so that it feels good on the PS4 as well. Lots of good upgrades. I'm gonna definitely come back when I get some money. Right now, I've been exploring the town of Nekitaka, which is the big LA town, you know, where it's got like a bunch of town maps next to each other. So like, I came in here with like 20,000, and like I'm already broke because I bought so much stuff already. But I've been accepting quests, and in this game, you get more experience finishing quests than you do from like killing stuff. You do get experience for killing stuff, but like, I think it'll cap what you can get from just fighting at some point. Like, if you keep fighting the same stuff, it stops giving you experience, and I don't personally like that.
Akira, I've never seen Aruihi run so fast.
But the game does feel balanced.
Would come here next?
And of
Free to
course, it has a
go, but
difficulty
does not.
setting that you can adjust as well. I'm playing on the medium difficulty, the classic. So it has like story mode, easy mode, classic, then veteran, and then like the crazy mode. I forgot what it's called, but there's 5 settings, like very easy, easy, normal, difficult, very difficult. And I'm playing right in the middle on normal for my first playthrough. I figure after I beat it, if I'm still interested, I'll try it on veteran, which is like the more harder version of it. You don't have your laptop? That sucks.
Yeah, that sucks.
Hey, but if you got your PS4, then you could still play it on PS4.
Takehu, you have shirked your duties for the last time, I say.
Guildmaster, be reasonable. I skipped one lecture to travel up the mountain. Still, the palace is closed until you present me before Onikaza.
You went alone. I asked for patience, but as usual, you make a trench out of a tide pool. Akira, it's always both where this one is concerned.
My patience wears thin, old shark. You have stifled me enough for one trip through Rakuhu's bowels.
I say Ngati weeps at her petulant spectacle of a child.
I guess what I'll probably do, since there's people watching, I'll just read the response I give. He's the child of Nagati, Andorra, goddess of the sea.
Akira, the significance is clearer to some than others.
For a water shaper who treasures his duty to the goddess, you spend too many days cavorting at the brothel.
Ugh, insufferable. Did you need something? Or is it enough to bask in perfection?
Water shaping sounds like a prestigious talent.
Through our connection to the gods, the Howana mold water like it is clay, easing it into an assumed form. We could sink every ship in Rawatai's fleet if they drew too close to the city, but some of us have gentler tastes. Some of us see water shaping for what it is, a gift of divine expression.
I take it you and the Guildmaster don't get along.
Kira, I bring art to the Guild of Water Shapers, but they do not tolerate expression here. What I am is to blame, I say.
An excellent water shaper?
A fine guess, but no. It is because I am a godlike, kissed by the fish goddess at birth. Water shaping is Ngati's gift to the Howana, and apparently I am too. Savior to the tribes.
The most humble of all. Sounds like they put a lot of pressure on you.
The only question is, do I return to my duties, or while away a few hours in the bathhouse?
I'm just gonna say nothing to him.
The waters are fine, I say. Finer still with company.
Is he hitting on me?
Have my attention, I say.
Okay, have you got something to tell the crown?
Kara, I sent the prince a missive and heard nothing back. He is
Okay.
a busy warrior in a time of peace, I say.
Okay, let's go tell him then. Let's go together. Being a watcher tends to open doors.
Watcher. And here I am, used to being the freak of Pariki's overlook.
So the watcher is the person who can see the dead and talk to the dead, and so like that's the main character's talent throughout this whole thing. You can see spirits of people who have died and whatnot, and you can talk to them.
What does a watcher do?
I commune with the spirits of the dead.
Ikera. Just so. I say I am no sailor, and I know even less about death. I am an artist. My peers do not understand. Water shaping to them is like studying calligraphy. To brew ink and sort parchment.
Okay. Well, if you can do tricks, we should get along just fine then.
Ngati's son reduced to a barking seal.
Oh.
You are not unknown to me, I say. Whispers of an Adra Colossus reach my ears, and louder whispers of a corpse who follows him.
That's right.
What will you do when you catch up to this walking god?
That will be for the rest of the gods to decide.
They will, I say, have bickering thoughts on the matter. If it untangles me from the guild's apron strings, then you can mount me as the figurehead of your fair ship.
Super Smash, I like to watch.
Our quarters may smell of fish before long, but your crew will be more beautiful by association, I say.
Do the rest of us have a say in the matter?
Let's be off,
Lead on.
Aloth.
It will be good to put some distance between myself and the guild, even if we find less savory places along the way.
All right,
A fair
then.
warning, Captain. Ngati gifted her favorite son with more than his stunning complexion.
What, can you breathe underwater?
Good guess. Only for as long as, well, I say you will learn. In time.
Okay. So this guy is a... Really, you get a druid chanter, so I didn't actually have to make one. Druid chanter, good combination here. Because he's a good healer, and, you know, chanters are just awesome. So I wonder if I subclass them, do they both get... Like, will he still be a water shaper storm speaker? I'm not sure. But anyway. Now we got Tekihu, who is just like this character, except a level higher. Maybe I swap them out. Because, I mean, storyline characters are going to have more interactions with the story, obviously. And since it's kind of the similar build, maybe I'll check him out. What's up, Sky? How are you doing? Corey says he's downloading it right now. There's not much to do between chemo but play games. Sounds like a good idea, Corey. Give it a go. I recommend making wizards and chanters and multi-classing. Also, can you like install Steam Workshop mods on the PS4? You could break the level 20 cap. I've never even got to level 20, so it doesn't really... Oh, you played Baldur's Gate. Alright, well then you already know all about this. It's the same thing, but like new story and whatnot. You know what's up. Yeah, the one mod I think that you'd want to get if you can is... I don't know why they picked level 33. Maybe that's just as much experience as you can get in the game. But like, it takes the level 20 cap and lets it go to 33. That's the one mod I'd recommend. I mean, there's also a UI mod, but I've never even seen the UI without it. And I think the UI is great, so maybe that one too. I just basically went on the workshop and I was like, what are the most popular, most highly rated, most downloaded mods? And then there was 3 that stood out, and I just got those 3. Like, everyone's using those 3, so I just decided let's give it a go with those 3. The Guild Ruins. You think he likes that I was checking him out?
You might find this interesting.
Probably. Ooh, this feels like a fight map. Ah, yes. I love the battle system in this game. It's so good. The stone door is sealed shut. A few engraved symbols stand out among the other carvings and inscriptions. Apart from that, you find no evident means of opening the way. A faded inscription is nestled among the elaborate stone carvings. I can push against the door, read the inscription, or let's read it. Juana runes decorate the stone entrance. Nagati would not have gifted her chosen people a watery covenant unless they persisted in deserving it. The sanctum is a covenant for our making. Only the sigil of the covenant and the words of my devotion will open the way. Pariki, master of the guild. I wonder if we put that guy in the party, will he be able to open the way? I think we should try to do that. we have to go back to a tavern, but I've already paid a lot of gold to like be awesome until my next rest, so I would like to get into some fights first and come back. So I'll come back here. Okay, so this is just
I
not...
wonder what this is.
It's a trap. That's what it is. A little tip that I've found is having a character with high perception is a super big bonus. And my second playthrough, you know, obviously I haven't beat it yet. I only got like maybe halfway through and restarted because I didn't like my builds. But like I had a ranger and he had like 20 perception. So I was finding every secret little nook and cranny, all the traps. Like the high perception is really good to have at least one character with a really good perception. And this time through, none of my characters have really good perception. So except Aloth has like okay perception. So the tip I would say is have at least one character with a pretty high perception, as well as if you find any perception gear. Oh, see that little purple? That's because Aloth had it just enough perception to find it. And you get a lot of extra loot that way. Like it just finds all the secrets. If you find any like helmets that give you +1 to perception, put it on the character who already has the highest perception. So that you can get, you know, you can find all that sweet loot. Just don't open the Ark of the Covenant. Okay. Well, I mean, I wasn't going to. I usually don't try to steal from the characters. And I don't... Like, if it says thieving, I won't mess with it. But this one, it doesn't say thieving, right? Like this one, okay, that one... This one doesn't, because it's got like a hand holding a ring. That means it's free to take. But this one... It's got like a... I don't really know what that symbol is, but I know that means thievery. So, oh, it's like a mask. It's like a thieves mask. I see it now. So that means if you tried to steal it, people would be pissed off. The one rule I make to it is if like I'm in a closed off area and there's nobody around and nobody can see it, then nobody will get mad at you for stealing it because nobody saw you steal it. So I don't really kind of go out of my way to steal stuff around the buildings. But if like I'm in a room and there's no NPCs and the door's closed, I'll just take all the stuff. Because why not? I'm the hero of this RPG. It's pretty much how you play RPGs. You go into people's houses and just take all their stuff.
You had no right to interfere in Rauatai's business.
What? Who are you?
I don't give two pyres for your tribal pride, and I wager that Arkemir cares even less.
All right.
If this is what passes for Rauatai in diplomacy, Razanui has bigger problems.
Okay, so there's two of these NPCs chatting.
If you've come to see Arkemir, you're too late. He left the estate on wizard business.
What's going on between you two?
Tamar and I wanted something from Arkemir. Our powers of persuasion leave much to be desired.
The wizard got his hands on a Huana tablet, the Harapo epic. I came to reclaim it for Rauatai.
Nice, it opened a new quest line.
In the middle of my negotiations, this little pest showed up with a claim on it.
The Harapo epic belongs to the Huana. The Queen sent me to remind you both.
I love getting the new quests, any new quest, because they give you so much more experience for doing quests than like killing stuff. So I think it's important to run around through every new town you get to and talk to any NPC who has a name. Like if it's like dock worker or like soldier, you don't need to talk to them. But if they have a name like Netehi or whatever, just talk to them and use, you know, as many, click on as many options as you can without like drawing your weapon and killing them, because you'll get more experience for like completing quest lines. Wizard. This one is a history check. Let's go with the history check.
Akira, few outsiders can appreciate what such an artifact could mean to our people.
Posturing about cultural value is worthless. We both want the tablet for the same reason.
Okay. Let's do the wizard. That'd be Archmage Akira. I'm fond of his dazzling lights.
The same. He keeps to himself, inviting no one but Facina behind the walls of his estate.
He and his apprentice run the Dark Cupboard, a local magic shop.
Okay. I've met his apprentice just last night, and somebody robbed the store and took some gloves of his. So I'm already on a quest to find his gloves and give them back to his apprentice. How did he obtain the tablet?
I believe that he had dealings with black market treasure hunters. Not that the Queen will implicate him.
She's too preoccupied negotiating with the warmongers at her door.
Super Smash. I love marijuana tablets. I bet you do, Super Smash. You and a lot of other people. Do you have any idea where she went?
Archimer could be drinking Kawiki wine with dead kings. There's no finding him if he doesn't want to be found.
Where he went, yeah. Okay. What's your
I
plan?
might as well adjourn to the palace in Serpent's Crown and give Archimer time to think.
What a load of... You mean to get your hands on that tablet with or without Archimer? You island rats can barely write your own names, much less a distinguished epic.
Okay, so she's saying, yeah, right, you're gonna go back to your house. I know you want to steal it.
Scamper back to the Brass Citadel and spin your own plots. I will happily do the same on my side of the island.
All right, well, let's talk to the other person.
I suppose I can spare a moment.
Tell me about
I
yourself.
help finance expeditions around the Isles, which often means keeping an ear to the ground.
Yeah, so you heard someone was plotting to steal his thing, and you showed up like, hey, get out of here.
Not very romantic from behind a desk, but Rawatai's campaign could use the extra coin.
All right, tell me about this thing
It's
we're
a
looking
handsome
for.
piece of rock, which some call valuable.
Okay.
I won't dispute that point if the value goes to Rawatai.
What does the Royal Deadfire Company want with it?
I suppose it's no secret that we're after more than some arbitrary cultural touchstone. We're looking for a route to Ukaizo.
Is that a place?
Stands to reason that ancient lore would be a key to finding the place.
It is a place, okay. What kind of defenses does this place have in this
Archimer
house?
is a magical savant and a recluse. That makes for a very dangerous combination.
Nice.
He relies on imps and ironclad constructs to maintain the estate.
All right.
When you've lived as long as Archimer, I suppose trust becomes a problem.
Absolutely.
Fine by me.
All right.
I'm looking forward
Some
to
other
the day
questions
when
for
the
you.
Harappo epic is someone else's concern.
You and this other girl don't seem to be getting along. What do you have against
All of her
Nahite?
pretenses of cultural pride are a means to an end. Like the rest of the Huana, she isn't above exploiting any advantage if she can profit from it.
You have to take a stance on, like, either you are... the game forces you to pick sides a lot. That doesn't seem fair. The Huana are just trying to get by.
As you say.
Could this thing actually tell you how to get where
When
we're
it
looking?
comes to finding the Lost Island, we can't afford to neglect any lead.
Okay.
The Ranganui seeks to saddle the weather and harness the storm. If there is a place where this can happen, it is Ukaizo.
Do you have any ideas about how to get it?
I heard tell of Ephron, a thief with a penchant for making house calls.
Those gloves we were looking for also... I think they were like... Oh, no, it was something
Word
else.
has it that Ephron made his way inside of Archimer's manor and later died. Now his soul is bound to the fortune-telling machine in the Dark Cupboard. Strange fate.
I've talked to that guy. I paid him a copper to tell me my fortune, and he told me there's going to be a split in the road. Go left. So I think the next time I have the option to go left or right, I'm going to go left because I paid one copper to a fortune teller in this town. And I figure it's a 50-50 anyway. Anywho, I could either go back and talk to the fortune teller because it seems like the leads put me back that way. The game has a day-night system, and sometimes you have to like wait around or rest to like talk to the NPCs, and some places aren't like open at night, and some NPCs are like resting at night, which I like. I think that's actually a good thing, but it does create an inconvenience sometimes. You just have to click the little wait. Luckily the game accommodates by letting you wait. Alright, let's go talk to this fortune teller thing. So this was a person who got trapped in an object.
Salutations. Do you wish to hear your fortune?
I was
higher.
I was told you broke into the manor.
What? Am I famous out there or something?
Yes.
Tell you what, 500 pyres and you get the exclusive story.
Huh. A 4. And I have 4. Let's see if I can bluff my way. I already heard what happened from him himself. I'm just curious what you have to say.
I bet he was laughing the whole time.
His hands are clenching. He's like, oh, he's all pissed.
That manor is a fortress. An Orland partner and I got to thinking that Arkemir wouldn't miss a few coins here, a few gems there. There's a span of natural rock between Arkemir's place and the luminous bathhouse. Ganor let us camp in his basement with our pickaxes. After some careful hammering, we found ourselves in Arkemir's manor without a guard in sight.
All that effort and you still managed to get killed. Pathetic. Now let's just say what happened next.
We snuck through the house until we found the vault. No keyhole, just a bunch of gems. While he was working on the lock, one of the local imps grew keen to us. Alarms went off. I don't remember dying, really. I just woke up in this box. And Arkemir told me that I had to work off my debt.
What happened to your partner after you died?
Arkemir told me that he died, but that he was put to good use. Forgive me if I don't speculate on the meaning of that.
Tell me again how you broke. He just, I don't know. Let's just see.
Sucker for a good story, eh? Can't say I blame you. That manor is a fortress. An Orland part. There's a
okay. So you can just keep going through this.
We found ourselves in Arkemir's manor without a guard.
All right. It's the same story. Farewell. So him and a buddy plotted to break into the manor to steal gems and whatnot, and one of them was killed, but he doesn't say like what happened to him. Maybe he became like a zombie or something, or maybe he became a fortune teller in another place. And then this guy, his body was killed and his spirit or soul or whatever was put into a fortune teller box to work off the debt he accrued by trying to steal gems or something. I don't know. It's a really interesting way to... I don't know. The wizard's kind of cool. Alright, let's exit east and see where this takes us. So now... Okay, I've been to Queen's Birth. This is the Periki Overlook. Let's go to the Gullet. Yeah. You leave the bustle of the crowds behind, making your way along the winding path into the Gullet. For a time, the path ascends the mountain. Even so, the cramped walls and rundown Huana buildings close in around you, obscuring your view. So it's like a really crowded, slummy area, I guess. You come to a dark passage cutting through the mountain, just wide enough to accommodate a wagon. The path here descends steadily into the rock face. After a lengthy journey through the dimly lit tunnel, you come to the gates of the Gullet. The stench hits you first, a foul mixture of rot, stale air, and bodily odors. You notice a guardsman pushing a cart heaped high with moldering food, which must account for some of the smell. Ahead, the homes of the Gullet emerge as a collection of lights amid the darkness. You hear the rush of water below, and a frigid breeze wafts up from the unseen depths like an exhalation.
What do you want to do?
Please, I did nothing.
A man's dragged along the boardwalk in a rusty cage that swings over the abyss. He strains against the guard's grip.
Or do you wish to consign her to the old city as well?
Let him go.
Mia, I'm sorry.
Your tongue flops like a dying fish. I tire of its stink. Lower him down.
So they're gonna put him in a cage, and I don't know what's happening here. The guards drag the Raparu into a metal cage and lock him aside. He shouts and rattles the bars as he's lowered over the edge of the platform. Eventually, his screams are lost to the depths.
May Tangaloa devour your souls, you cold-blooded eels.
So they just, I don't know, are they going to freeze to death, or... I have no idea. Or is it just there until he starves? I don't get it. No idea what he did. Find Biha in the Gullet. Okay.
Be careful. The Gullet is no place for outsiders.
So we're like high up on the mountain now. It's kind of a slummy place. Guards. Grab some loot. Talk to this guy.
You want down? Go and see Overseer Hitenga.
Well, I mean, it lets me click on it. I just don't know if I should. Let me explore this map first. So I can't grab these because my ship already has the maximum amount of repair supplies that it can hold, which is fine. Take care, Super Smash. Let's go to Biha's house.
Was taking Bataro not enough for you?
Is she like... She's like fantasizing fighting back with a stick or something? She's like... She's enraged. A woman thrashes a row of tunics and sarongs hanging from the rafters. Her pointed teeth are gritted in frustration, her lips in a snarl.
Bataro is gone. Dead. What more do you want?
Take a deep breath. Let's talk about this. Whatever it is, calmly.
Forgive me. I thought you were one of the foreigners who sent him away. Outsiders here always go to the tavern. My village was not like this. Why does Queen Onikaza not send the foreigners away?
How did you know the man who was lowered into the old city?
Bataro is punished already, I say. Whatever offense he gave, do not hang it on our necks.
My insight check will say, I know you're scared, but I'm not here to harm you.
We say the only thing that live in these depths are ghost eels. And fish eaten by ghost eels. Which are you? The traders say they bring riches in their big ships. But what reaches the Gullet? Only crime and sickness, I say.
I'm just gonna listen.
The Rowattians promise marvels, strong walls, and plenty for all. Akira, still my back aches from building their fort, and still I live here. Bataro said we would finally leave.
What happened?
I heard a Rowattian captain took up at the tavern. Suduzo, they call her. They say she is a traitor, so I thought maybe she will take passengers. Bataro went and found her in the tavern.
Okay, I got the quest progression. Captain Suduzo in the tavern.
Next I see him, the guards are dragging him to the cage.
Maybe I can talk to her.
Everyone knows the Rowattians are made of brass. They listen only to their commanders. But still, maybe it goes different for you.
It does, quite frequently.
Bataro took some coin. Everything he scraped together working on the docks. And he went to bargain with the captain. I would offer it to you, but it is probably in the old city with Bataro. Or in someone else's pocket.
Tell me about this stash of coins he had. Now she's worried about me.
I tell you, I do not know where it is, and I am sure it would be little to someone like you.
There's a lot of things I need to get, guys.
After what happened, Bataro would sooner have thrown it into the waters than given it to the Mataru or the Rowattians.
You can upgrade your ship, but it costs like 100,000 gold.
If it is anywhere,
I mean, you could buy a new one.
It is surely with his body.
All right, how many do you need? How many
We are
people?
6. 3 children, 2 babes, and me.
Okay. My history check of 6 says, does no one else from the cast look after them?
Akira. It was so in the village, where Bataro and me came from. But here, we are all strangers. No one looks in on the sick or cares for the children.
Can you take a different ship?
Many ships leave from Queen's Birth, but the Valiants take slaves. They say the Principe smuggle goods in the caverns below, but I cannot trust such people.
Right. If they leave on another ship, they think they're just going to be treated as slaves and sold or something.
But the Rowatayans have mighty cannons, and a big homeland they abandoned for ours.
Okay.
Perhaps there is more room for us there.
I could look for
I
Bataro.
could never ask someone to go down to the old city, but since you offer...
$10 super chat from Vino. What's up, Vino? How you doing? What is today? Monday? Friday? Is the week over yet? I'm lost in time. This week has been crazy. Hi, people. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm doing great, Vino. How are you doing today? It is... Hold up. What is today? It's Wednesday. Right? Yeah, it's Wednesday today. I'm also lost. But I feel good because I slept in a little bit today, and I finished all of the judging and reviewing and writing the reviews for all of the games for round 1 for the game jam, and so I'm supposed to get a list tonight or tomorrow for the next round of judging. And so I'm just taking a day to just chill and unwind. I also needed to test some new Streamlabs settings, and I thought I didn't want to do that on a super important stream or anything. So it's kind of just a bullshit, playing a game, testing new settings on OBS, and taking a day. It was a multi-purpose day, and I thought it was appropriate. Thank you for that $10 super chat. I very much appreciate that, and I hope you're having a good day / week / month. ITRM is down 5% today, so I know that's hitting all of us a little bit sour, but I think we're just going to be stuck holding that bag for a little while, probably. Corey says, what's up, Vino? Yeah, Corey showed up for a couple days now. He's still doing chemo and stuff, but he's doing therapy and all that stuff, and I'll let him speak for himself here. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm so happy that, the man's still around. Been through hell though, right, Corey? All right, I want to get into some battles here.
It is a big and dangerous place, but perhaps he hid himself. Perhaps. Please help him if you can.
More
or
quests.
Bring me news if you cannot.
Sure. Tell me about the Ratawan captain.
They say she is a traitor, so I thought maybe she will take passengers. But she threw Bataro out. Always Bataro was careful with his words, especially as a Raparu. But a Raparu in Nekitaka gives offense just by breathing the air of his betters.
Farewell. Okay. We got a lot of storyline progression, but I really want to get into battle because I'm getting a little battle itchy, you know what I'm saying?
They took him. For what? Bataro's the 2nd this month.
And they say the pittings are increasing.
Traveler, have you any food? Surely you've a scrap to spare.
Yeah, I got some. What do you got? What do you need? Can I give you something?
Mercy, traveler. Never have I been so hungry.
Kicker. I got lots, man. I find so much food. An aged shark meat? There you go. You're welcome. Who's the leader around here?
The Gullet is a lawless place. Forgotten. The only authority here is the Matarus, and they don't work on our behalf. But if it is a wise man you want, seek Anoi in his home. He tries to keep us safe and fed. He does not always succeed, but he does try. Trying's worth a lot down here. Always there is prize share. The pile has grown leaner these years.
That's true. You could just walk out the door and get hit by a car and boom, done. So you never know. No matter what condition you're in, you can always meet your maker.
little falls to our pile that is not rotten or sour from this week and maybe before. Forgive me, I say too much. Our elder listens to those in need, and he speaks. Out of earshot of the guards. He's there. In the house to the right when you cross the bridge. He can speak of the hunger.
All right. So let's find the elder and let's figure out what the hell's going on in this town. Any names? Urchins? Just okay. This game is really cool in that, like, if you wanted to just kill everyone in town and loot everything, you totally could. You could just do that if you wanted to.
That Dawnstar may be able to help. What say?
Help how? Poison me? Akira, no thanks.
Alright, what is this thing? It doesn't say anything. It's just a mountain button. You enter a dim alleyway that reeks of urine and torch smoke. A long passage stretches to your left and right. Shadows move in the guttering torchlight, but they are nothing more than shapes of this distance. The chatter and bustle of the gullet continues behind you. Oh, the fortune teller told me to go left. So let's go left. This tunnel ends, but another branches off. The only sounds are crackling of torches and the steady drip of water. Go right? I guess I have to now. You come to a door. It's as solid as the stone around it, and with no handle, it's deathly quiet on the other side. You rap gently on the door, and the sound echoes as if in a wide, empty space. Turn around. Go left. Okay, the alley winds ahead of you. To the right, you hear the den of a multitude and smell of musk many bodies. Go forward. The tunnel branches off to the right. You hear the distant murmur of voices down the darkened path, but see no one. All right, let's go right. The floor around the entrance is splattered with something as thick as and dark as tar. It looks like Svef. That's like one of the drugs in the game. Go left. Ooh. A handful of guards emerge and block your way, crossing their thick arms over their chest. One of them spits a vicious black glob at your feet. He rolls a dark plug between his teeth. Better head back, friend. It's invitation only past here. Nah, I want to fight. I'm itching for it. Let's attack these guards. I heard they're not taking care of this town very well anyway. Here we go. So there's two different ways to do battles in Pillars of Eternity 2. It has the traditional, like, kind of active combat system where you can pause the game and give commands, but I find it like really not good, and like I feel like I waste my time and my turns in it. And then it has a classic turn-based function where like it's more of a strategy. So these guys are one level above me, and you can tell by the sword with a skull on it. And if it has a skull, then they're one level above. 2 skulls, 2 levels, 3 skulls, 3 levels. But if they're 3 skulls and it's red, then they're 4 or more levels. And typically anything that's not 4 or more levels above you, you can win if you're, you know, tactical. And since these guys are only 1 level above me, I'm not worried about this at all. I mean, I could still die, but I think I have a good chance of kicking their ass, especially with my strategy. Now, I don't have a lot of tanky fighters or anything, but I have a lot of like crowd control. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to move this guy over here, and I'm going to use, at the sound of his voice, the killers froze stiff. And this is a chanter, and I'm going to spend my 1 guy to paralyze 2 guys. So now these guys are going to lose their next turn because they're straight up paralyzed for a round.
Uh-huh.
All right, and 4 of my 5 characters can do that, but only when they've got 4 phrases, which they get 2 phrases around because they are a chanter / troubadour, a specialty subclass of chanter that gets an additional phrase every turn. So, I mean, I've looked up strategies to make this awesome. And check this out. Boom! So it didn't work on 3 out of 4 because they had like some kind of concentration, but it did paralyze 1 and it took off their concentration buff. So it was still a good move.
What's our plan?
Now I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna try to put the hurt on these 3 that, or 4. There we go. Bam! Lots of damage. AoE thunderstorm. I should have did my buffs first because I would have done more damage, but it's fine. Do some buffs. And let's see, who's the fighterist looking one? Or the sorcerer? I don't want the sorcerer to get a turn, so we're gonna try to whittle down the sorcerer. Plus, they usually take more damage than the rest. Let's bring my other chanter over here. And because I jumped them, it seems like that's why I'm going first. I didn't get into attack range, hopefully, so I should be able to get out without getting hit. Good. Oh, man, I need to be like just a tiny bit closer. Maybe that. There we go. I can get all 3 of them. Bam! And then finally, it's their turn. But half of their party lost their turn because they were paralyzed. So now the sorcerer is casting spells, doing its thing, putting in some work. But at this point, I'm going to heal up. And I think I'll just try to whittle down the sorcerer.
Alright, so we're doing this.
There we go. That they all took damage because the phrase that my chanters are using steals life from everyone around them, which is really tight. I'm gonna use a regeneration AoE on the party here.
How may I help?
And who's our next main target? Cutthroats, brawlers, bruisers. This guy's taking some damage, so we're gonna try to whittle them down. This is the / monk character. I'm gonna use my swift strikes, which gives her a little bit of haste. Makes her turn come up a little bit faster. Boom. That's a regeneration for 3 rounds. All right, let's spit some flame. Let's spit that hot fire. This is my main character is an evoker wizard, so he can't use all the magic. Like there's a lot of magic spells he just can't. He'll never be able to cast. But his evocation, which is like the damage dealing stuff, he cast it at like a stronger level, 2 levels higher. Damn, they hit so hard. Oh, they took, that is really bad. He got a crit and then a good hit and just knocked out one of my characters. So that was my, all right. So that was one of the chanters, the cipher, but it's okay. It's okay. I've taken out their sorcerer. Man, let's see. I don't know if I can reposition without getting hit. No. You see the little red arrows coming from the healer to me? If I try to move out of range, the healer will get a hit on me, and they hit really hard. So I'm going to just try to lightning bolt them. Took one down. That worked.
May I assist?
All right. I'm going to go... What's my range on this? Can I hit those 3 from here? I can hit 2. I want to take out this healer. Let's try that. There we go. That'll work.
Yeah.
And then lightning bolt these 2.
How may I help?
And I think if I... Yeah, this will take out the cutthroat. So we're knocking them down. We're knocking them down. When your character dies, they get a wound. And if they get 3 wounds, then they can perma-die, I think. I've never perma-killed a character. I think they can. But the first time I get a wound, I just decide I'm going to rest and knock that out so that I don't lose a character. All right, let's keep our hasted hands. Punch this guy back.
Uh-huh.
to your service.
How may I help? I shall deal with this one.
Yes?
I think we got this. Bam. All right. So we took a wound. One of our characters took a wound, but we wiped the floor with them. We actually destroyed them, all things considered, since they're one level higher than us. We wouldn't even have lost a character if they didn't just land 2 good hits, no grazes, and then another 2 good hits, one of them being a crit. So, like, just kind of they got lucky by taking one of us down, essentially. Decent loot. Not great. The Adventurer's Grimoire. What does this do? It's interesting how the spell books work in this game. Vero says, does this have multiplayer? I played Icewind Dale with friends and it was fun AF. I don't think so. That would have been really cool.
Yes? Okay.
That would have been really tight, though. That was one of the things I liked about Larian Studios games. They do design with multiplayer in mind.
Yeah, it was fun playing that together.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't play it alone.
I would, because it's my type of game, you know. But at the same time, I can understand why you'd want to play, you know, with a friend. Looking around for any secrets. Sometimes you don't see anything, but then when you walk close enough to it, if your perception skill is high enough, it'll turn like a purple glow and make a little sound effect, and then it'll let you interact with it because you've perceived something. All right, you wipe the blood off your hands and continue. At the end of the passage is a stately door crafted of polished mahogany. Through the small slit in the door, you catch flashes of fire-cast shadows and bright textiles. The scent of sandalwood and cinnamon oil come to you on a warm draft. Whatever's beyond this door is likely far more elegant than anything else you've seen in the Gullet. Let's enter their hideout. No, T's here. She's working on her game, understood.
Yeah. Little bit of game deving.
Mm-hmm. A man claps enthusiastically, a fierce grin on his face.
I normally despise unannounced visits, but then they are rarely so entertaining.
So he was just watching his guards get beat to shit, and he's like, hey, nice job kicking my guard's ass.
Tell me, what brings you here in such spectacular fashion? And
Drifty is a noob.
Do not bore me now.
What's up, Heartless?
How did I know that was Heartless? I didn't even have to look over at the chat.
Things got out of hand.
I can forgive an excess of passion, so long as it does not happen again.
It gave me the option just to attack them here.
A moment. You are the Watcher of the Deerwood, no? Let us put our weapons away, so we can speak like civilized folk.
I liked Fallout New Vegas. Fallout 3 was okay. Fallout 4 I really didn't get into that much. I didn't really... I didn't like the direction they took Fallout. I wish they wouldn't have gone first-person shooter and would have stuck with CRPG, because Fallout 2 was so much fun. Fallout 2 was much like this game, in a way. But, you know, they needed to make money, and it was the trend at the time, so they went with that. And, you know, it got them the money they need to do other things, so can't say it was a bad decision financially.
Hi, Vero.
What's up, Vero? So I don't know what to say here. I think I want to say we could speak like this with my weapons out, but then again, it may backfire on me. So we can say civilized conversation would be most welcome.
Excellent.
Everyone puts their weapons away. Now that you can see that I have the power here, let's talk business. What's going on in the slum?
I am thinking we could be grand friends, you and I. You cannot have too many friends in Nekitaka.
That depends on the type of friend we're talking about.
And I need only a favor. An insignificant thing for a watcher like you. There is an artifact called the Cornet of Waves, which is currently in the possession of a Juana named Takano. I would like you to liberate it for me.
Uh-huh. Streetwise check. Most people of your standing like to handle their acquisitions themselves.
Alas, none of my people are watchers, and you will see things they cannot. Takano is a man of many vanities, as your special gifts will no doubt reveal. His villa is on the eastern edge of Serpent's Crown, just downwind of the palace. The opportunist I first hired was too bold and found herself ejected from the district. With your unique talents, I am hoping you can avoid such complications and persuade Takano. After all, it would be best to avoid drawing the ire of our Mataru hosts. When you have the cornet, bring it to me. I will pay you well for it, and you will find my favor useful in this part of the city.
What is this Cornet of Waves?
It is an old Juana artifact, a musical instrument of sorts. Ages ago, it was part of a pair, but its companion, the Cornet of Depths, was lost when the old city sank. Both are said to carry the voice of Andra herself. I do not believe in such superstition, of course.
Well, what do you want with it then, Dorio?
I have told you all you need to know of the cornet.
Huh.
Now, I suggest you focus your sharp mind on retrieving it.
What a pretentious dick. All right. Some other questions. Ooh, this is an interesting one. The Principe seem divided. Which side are you on?
Why must we speak of sides? Like squabbling merchants?
Because the game forces you to pick a side, that's why.
Once, there were no sides. Only Principi, a people united by common interest and culture. But as our fame has grown, so have our numbers. Many of these new bloods have no sense of restraint and little regard for our heritage. But we need them still. The new bloods are Principi too now. And many are inventive in ways the old guard is not.
What happened to your legs?
A storm, a rash decision, and an accident at sea. One that took my sailing days, but not my skill with the needle. Life in the Deadfire is unpredictable. Sometimes it takes you in its jaws only to spit you out onto some new shore.
Okay.
A most agreeable topic. Or so I hope.
Alright, so instead of killing him, we're going to take his quest to find some instrument. Some ancient instrument that's probably got a nice use. Whether we return it to him and give it to him or not is to be decided. But we can keep it for ourselves, I'm imagining. But I mean, anyway, I think this stream went really well. It says stream is healthy. We got no drops. So the change to the encoder, change to the bit rate, change to the time frame interval. All seemed, yeah, these are YouTube's recommended settings for what I'm doing. They seem to be working just dandy.
Awesome.
So I won't change them, and I know going forward, like, it will probably have a better result. and I think that's going to be probably a good place to end the stream.
What?
What's up, Song of the Lewd? How you doing?
What do you want?
We're doing good today. We're testing stream settings, chilling in between rounds of the judging competition.
Water.
Round 2 will start in a day or two. And I've been playing Pillars of Eternity 2. I recommend it, on sale. If it's not on sale, I don't know. It depends on how much you like these type of games. If you really love these games, it can be worth it. And if you're just like think they're okay, then maybe wait for a sale. Dandy, who's your dandy? Dandy is all right, Vero. That's gonna do it for today's live stream. I think I accomplished everything that I wanted to accomplish. Testing. I'm still gonna play this game, but I don't want to keep. Streaming it because I go slower than I actually do it on live stream. But I love you guys very much. Thank you for coming to the live stream. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Join us on Discord. Links in the description below. We have a Patreon if you want to back us. If you're interested in a first impressions video, those offers are all there and listed. I'll go to the corner. Get in the corner, Vero. Thank you for coming to the live stream. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do have a first impression on Friday. So we're going to be playing Spiker Man's game. So we'll see you guys on Friday for a first impression, but we'll probably be streaming tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we'll see you then. Have a good one. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.